Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this Manor Lords tutorial video. In this video it is all about optimizing the marketplace or fine-tuning the marketplace. And there is quite a lot to do and quite a lot to know about how the marketplaces work, and very often you have to do this fine-tuning every now and then to keep it optimized. And yeah, the first thing, they all want more marketplace areas. This is good for us because then we can build them a new marketplace and we can use this need for I want to build a marketplace to optimize our marketplace. Okay, so maybe the first thing is we should have a look whether our marketplaces are working most efficiently. I click on the area of the marketplace, not of the market stall, but the marketplace. And here we are, and we can see the fuel is 87%, the food variety 91%, and the clothing 100%. I would say it's not too bad, but it can be optimized. And yeah, maybe you already saw, if I go to this area where is the fuel, a lot of houses turn green. And I have to zoom out to see those that are not green. I have 3 villages in this area. That makes it a little bit more difficult. And here, yeah, we can see there. We go a little bit closer in this area. There we have some red houses. And I think there also, there is another one red on the top, and here we have some red houses. Yeah, and that doesn't really mean the marketplace is too far away, but it has to do with the distance to the marketplace. So in theory, a marketplace doesn't have any limitations regarding the distance. If there is enough stuff at a marketplace for all the people, then we should get 100% coverage. But if we have less, if we have in our marketplace, maybe we need like 94 fuel each month, and for every house or every family, and we have only like 90 or 85 at the marketplace laying around, then we don't reach the 100%. And then they serve the next houses first, and the houses that have a bigger distance get the stuff last. So that's why those distant houses, they don't have the supply with the fuel, but all those houses that are close to the marketplace get it. But if we had enough fuel at the marketplace, we would reach 100%. So it's distance matters a little bit, but it's no hard limitation. Yeah, and with the food variety, it's the same. Here we have in the distance, we have some houses who don't get enough food. And so we should take care of this. But there is no quick fix for, let's say, Like, okay, we place a marketplace over there and everything is wonderful. It can help to have a marketplace over there. We will do this, but that is not the complete solution. We have to fine-tune how the market stalls work also. And in the ideal situation, only workers of the granaries and of the storehouses tend market stalls. That would be ideal, and therefore it's very good to have the storehouse and the granary very close to the marketplace. That is the basic rule, so to say. And then you have to have a look. Let's see here at the large granary. We only have 3 families working there, and only one is working at the market stall. That is because this granary is rather new. I only built it later, because when I started that village, I didn't knew that it is best to have a lot of granary workers that tend the marketplaces, and therefore I did it later. And what is good for us now is that we have place for more workers, because maybe we send people that have a marketplace somewhere, a market stall, to this granary that it works out good. And what do we have in our pantry? Yeah, vegetables and some berries. This is not filled up so perfectly. But in the ideal safe game, this would be full with an abundance of food, and we had 6 workers there and all would tend a market stall. So that doesn't mean that all the workers are working on the marketplace. We always have here, you can see, in the storehouses the people are mainly transporting, and only one member of each family is allowed to work at the marketplace. So here Anna is peddling. That means she is working at the marketplace. Maybe we can find her. Oh, she is working at a different marketplace, somewhere else. Where is she? No, this is not Anna. Oops. This is the Anna from that granary over there, rather far away, and she is working there. So this is not ideal. And what could I do to solve this problem? I tried to have granary and storehouse at every marketplace in this area, and here we also have a granary. So I could just take her here, reassign her to this granary, and that was empty still. So now she works here very close to this marketplace, and then she can take care of filling up, or the family takes care of filling up this granary and working at this market food store. And now the large granary is missing a worker, but we can put a worker from somewhere else there. So that is one method to clean this up. That you see you have somewhere someone working at a marketplace, and I don't want that this job works at a marketplace and then I assign them to a storehouse or granary that I want them to work, that is close to the marketplace. So now we have a look at the stalls itself. And here we have a clothing store. And this is filled up quite nicely. We have quite a lot of shoes, some leather and some yarn. And I would say this stall is running really good. And let's see who's working there. This is the cobbler family. So the family that produces the shoes. And that is something where I would say, apart from those storehouse workers, we could allow artisans like cobblers and tailors and maybe weavers, so families that produce things for clothing, for example, we could allow them to have a marketplace. And in this case it's working nicely, so we just leave them with their market stall. Here we have a firewood stall. And we have 15 wood, which is okay-ish, I would say. So we could just leave it. But let's have a look. Who is working there? It's a firewood cutting family. And sometimes it works with them that they have their firewood stall, and sometimes it doesn't work. And so we have a look where they are working. Rather far away. And I would say it's too far away. Yeah, it is okay-ish, but for my taste it's too far away because it always takes so long to run back and forth and to fill up the stall. And then we should have a look at the woodcutter's lodge itself. We only have 9 firewood there, and sometimes it works and then we could leave it, and rather often then now they don't have anything stored inside. And maybe this guy brings the firewood to the lodge. To the storehouse, and then this woodcutter's lodge doesn't have anything more to sell at the marketplace. And so rather often the market stalls from woodcutters, they run empty, and then they are of no use. So I would disallow this stall, and I already have. Here at this icon that symbolizes a market stall, you can allow or disallow a house or a workplace to have a marketplace. If I click on it, it's yellow and they are allowed, and if I click again, they are not allowed. Why do they have a market stall when it's not allowed? Because I already tweaked this marketplace not so long ago, and it takes a while until you see that this disallowance work. The easy way would be if we go back to this firewood stall. Here we could demolish it, and then they won't rebuild it. So here we have this firewood stall and I demolish it. Okay. And now we have all this firewood laying around, but don't worry, people from the storehouse will come and they will bring it to the storehouse, and then when everything is gone, here this space is free to build up a new firewood stall. Oh, and here's already someone rebuilding it, and we will see whether this is a stall that we like, that we find good. And here we have another firewood stall. This abandoned, nobody is there, and they only have one firewood. But it's from a warehouse worker. So let's go and have a look where this guy is working. He is working here. So the road is much too long. This is the other village. So they shouldn't have their stall over there. That doesn't make any sense. What I could do is I could relocate them and let them work in this storehouse. So I reassign them to this. And then they don't have a long road to go. Here they have quite a lot of firewood and they can fill up this quite easily. But first we still have to wait until the guy is walking from there to there. But now we have a problem over there, because here nobody is working anymore. So I hire more people for this storehouse. But first I disallow the market store setup. So I put, let's say, 2 workers here, 2 working families, and then later we build a new marketplace there. And then we will allow it. And maybe we should build a granary, because we don't have a granary here. And so I just place it here somewhere. And then when this is built, I make the high priority or highest. When this is built, we can make this new marketplace, and then after a while those houses will get enough stuff, enough fuel and enough food. So, but let's go on looking at our marketplace, our central one, which is there. And as you can see, I have 2 marketplaces here. So this is one, and then I have another one. And first I started with one that filled up rather quickly. And then I said, okay, I have a little bit more place. So it has grown historically and not perfectly planned. But this is normal. In the game it's normal, and in reality it's even more normal that things like that grow and develop over time. So let's just check some more of those stalls, that you can see how we can manage it, how we can tweak it. And so we have this food stall. This is filled up quite nicely with a variety of stuff, and it is filled 2/3 of its capacity. I would say this is working really good. Who is working at it? A woodcutter. Okay, usually a woodcutter wouldn't sell food. Why are they selling food? Let's go where they live. Show home. They live there. Is it there or is this? So the family is called Andres. Okay. I will check whether this is the family Andres. Yeah. So they have a chicken coop, and therefore they have a market stall allowance. When you build new houses, the default will be no marketplace allowance, but I built those houses before we got this update with the marketplace allowance, and therefore they were all activated. So usually I would say I wouldn't allow this family to have a market stall because it's much too far away here, and the market stall is over. Where is it? So far away. It's here. So you have to walk for days to reach your market stall. And they don't take the food that they produce because they only produce eggs, but they have to get the food from somewhere else. So usually I would disallow the market stall and I would demolish the stall. But as it's running so good, I would just leave it. If it would be nearly empty, then I would say, no, no, not you. And but what I should check is there in this Rundling village, maybe too much houses have a marketplace allowance from former times. Yeah, they have here. So I deactivated. And that is something that one should check, whether normal houses with either gardens or orchards or chicken, whether they have a marketplace allowance. Usually it's not a good idea to let them have market stalls, but sometimes, as in this case, it's a good idea. So it really depends on the situation. Let's go on and check some more of those stalls. And I tell you in advance, we won't optimize the whole marketplace and we won't bring it to 100% in this video. I only want to show you how you can do it, and then slowly by slowly you can always take your time and have a look at different stalls, and then you wait how it develops, and then you go back to the marketplace and have another look. And yeah, if you do it constantly ever and ever again, in the end you have marketplaces that fulfill all the needs of your people. So let's check this clothing stall. I would say it is okay-ish. Not really good, so they don't have much stuff, but yeah, it's not so bad that I would just close it. It is tended by a warehouse worker. Let's see, where is this warehouse? Okay, too far away, in my opinion, at the other side of the village. So maybe I would just reassign them to this storehouse. Now this storehouse is full. So that is the last time I could do this for this storehouse. And now the trip back and forth is much shorter, and they have the possibility to fill it up better. So now this clothing store. They have 50 leather, which is no big variety, but quite a lot of stuff. So I would say okay. And they are the Tana. In this case, I would say, okay, let's have them their market stall. They provide not a variety, but a lot of the leather, which is okay. Yeah, and that's how I go through all those stalls and all my marketplaces that I have. In an ideal world, you need only one marketplace, but for me it happens that I have a marketplace here and a marketplace there, and then you have to optimize several places, and you always need to have storehouse and a granary close by. So, before we build a marketplace in this Rundling village, we check on what they did here, whether it's better now. This is a food stall. They have one bread, but it's from a granary worker. Okay, and the... oh, from there. Yeah, so... maybe... yeah, I think it would be a good idea to send them from there to this granary, and then we would need to hire one there. So, because this would be empty otherwise. Yeah, and the last check here, and then a new marketplace, oops, at the Rundling village. This here, we moved him to a different working space now. Here, like that is better. We don't want to check on Jörg, but on the firewood store. It's still not very good. Maybe sooner or later he will fill this up, this firewood store. If he doesn't, I maybe just shut down this market stall and let someone else build it. So that means sometimes you just have to experiment. And now a new marketplace for the Rundling village. Here we have the new granary. I hire at least one family. And then we build a new marketplace. And that won't solve all our problems here at once, but after time. So I think I need a rather small marketplace. 3 stalls. 3 stalls would be enough. But maybe 6 stalls. So. And there is somebody coming and building it. Now we give them the marketplace allowance. And then we can only hope that workers from here build their market stalls there. If they don't, I have to switch jobs back and forth again. Yeah. And we can check whether what we did helped. I guess not, because it takes some time. No, it's more or less the same. So I have to go through more of those stalls and make my adjustments and so. But that is the way to do it. And the best would be if you take care of this from the beginning, and then you only need to tweak a little bit every time you do check on them. And if you just build your marketplace instinctively without thinking, then yeah, you maybe have to adjust more. But if you are busy adjusting, after a while you will get good results. Okay, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.